Hey guys, Phil Jew, amateur time attack racer here. Making another list video for you guys. This is probably going to be my third one, I think. But this one's going to be things you should be doing over the off season, and we'll just get to it. First and foremost, maintenance and mods. With my most recent failure on track was the hub. So a lot of maintenance had to be done, but for your benefit, maintenance is going to provide you, the confidence and the reliability for the season just to continue for your next year. But more importantly, you're not going to have to think about that while you're on track, right? So in my personal experience, I replaced ball joints, bushings, diff fluid, trans fluid, obviously the engine oil, and brake and clutch fluid all over the off season. And that kind of just sets me up for the entire year. I personally, this year, only had to change my clutch fluid once and my brake fluid once. And then trans diff fluid should probably be changed annually, and ball joints, bushings should all be checked. This year I really didn't have any issues with that. I did have a clunk towards the end of the year, which is now gone since I've changed those ball joints. Oh, and another maintenance item. I finally changed my valve cover after a very, very jerry-rigged RTV kind of fix. So now next year I won't have to worry about losing oil or a possible engine fire with oil seeping down onto the engine manifold. I know there's a heat shield there, but who knows? That's out of my mind now and don't have to worry about it. Now part 2 of number 1 is going to be modifications. If you can get that all done before the year, you're not going to be trying to figure out the car throughout the season every event like I was 2020. I was just changing suspension. I was trying to get the car dialed, and then different tires and a tune. So it was just always a new event or a new car each time. If you can get all your modifications done over the winter season, you only have to do that once. And from there, you could just adjust the car to the track. Number 2 on the list is going to be just watching your health. The winter season's upon us. Holidays are coming up. We become inactive and tend to hibernate and sleep and, just become that bear during the winter. I'm guilty of it myself. I am not at the weight that I really want to be. I want to be 15 pounds lighter at my height. You start to feel it in the car, even though this is like 20-minute sessions in amateur racing. By the end of it, you do feel tired. And with the events that I'm trying to do, they're 2-day events, and if you're tired after the first day, the second day you're not going to be at your peak. So basically, you want to, maybe work out. I'm definitely going to try and get back at it. I used to be like 160, not muscular, not fat, but in a good range. I used to do flips and stuff, so I was always, moving. And now that I've kind of stopped that, I'm I've gained 20 so pounds, and I definitely could feel it during the season. But working out, eating healthy, with the holidays that's tough. But as long as you're not eating like a holiday dinner every day, that should be fine. But also don't starve yourself either. It's both ways of the spectrum there. So that's number 2, is just keeping your weight and your health up to par, and just take care of yourself, guys. It's COVID's not helped, and you don't want to be changing a seat every year. It gets expensive. All right, and then another thing related to racing for number 3 is sim racing. So yeah, sim racing, you don't get the that extra dimension of momentum and G's, lateral G's, longitudinal G's. But you know, it keeps your mind sharp. It if you keep doing that, you know, you won't lose as much, and your first event's not going to be too much of a refresher or like brushing the rust off, but more of a like, oh, okay, cool, I still have the mental clicks or the muscle memory to do this. It's just I got to get the feeling back from the lateral G's on your first event. But it also helps you learn a lot. My experience in iRacing, I actually learned a lot of trail braking and a lot of rotation and just overall track knowledge. I know some of the tracks aren't like one-to-one, but it does give you that visual key when you're going to the track in real life. And I can actually say that with all the tracks I went to this previous year. Mid-Ohio is in iRacing, that helped, and National Corvette Museum. There was 2 versions on Assetto Corsa. That definitely helped with the visualization, and a few other tracks I can't remember. I know Road Atlanta is a little bit different on iRacing than real life, is what I've heard. But again, you're still getting that muscle memory and those visualizations to help you out. So that's a great thing. Just keep in mind, the Global MX-5 is definitely faster than a 350Z, so I personally take like 5 seconds off because I'm slow compared to all the sim racers I hang out with. Now the last thing on the list, number 4, is going to get your schedule ready. We're actually still waiting for SCCA to release their time trial schedule. I'm not sure if Grid Life is out, but I know Global Time Attack is out. So the plan is to look at all those, and you should do this as well and kind of get like a schedule set up. It's good to kind of look at all the organizations around you and kind of plan out your year, like, oh, this is an event that I might want to do, or this is an event that I have to do. So it helps allocate money down throughout the year, so you know you can make an event or not. I did that this year, and there was a few extra events that I was iffy about, so I decided not to go to like a mass tuning event up here, and then I went to SCCA Time Trial Nationals. So like, just planning stuff like that just kind of preemptively helps you out, and you're not always just like, well, maybe I have the money for this one or something. It helps you set money aside for the next year so that you can just go to these events that you've planned, right? And it also helps if you can't make them. Like, oh, well, you know, I was planning to go to this, but something came up, and you know, you just mentally have all these things planned, so it's not just like a stress throughout the year. But those are my 4 tips. Excuse me. Those are my 4 tips. I am dehydrated apparently, and my voice is cracking. But just to summarize, mods and maintenance over the winter will help when you start the year and throughout the year, so you're not changing things and making you learn a car every event. Working out and eating healthy, that's just going to keep your body in tip-top shape, ready for the season to start. And you know, it just helps along the way when you're doing these 2-day events, or like Grid Life was like a 3-day event. You know, I was for that one I was kind of like lugging by the 3rd day. Sim racing is going to keep the mind sharp. It's going to keep the muscle memory there and give you visualizations to tracks that you might go to in the future. And last but not least, get your schedule ready. I'm going to help you financially. It's also going to give you the best outlook of the year and just, you know, keep things real. So thanks for watching. If you liked it, subscribe. I am going to continue working on this thing. I got to do bushings and, rear control arm bushings, just the inner ones where the toe is. And my back panel is actually being pulled back by my hitch, but we'll fix that, and I'll cover that in another video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
need